Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Aim Saraswate Namaha. Om Shri Guruve Namaha. Blessed Self Adorations. Divine love light, bliss to each one of you. Divine blessings to you and your near and dear ones. The Four Gatekeepers at the Palace of Liberation by Pujya Gurudev, Pujya Sri Swami Jyotirmayananda Ji Maharaj. Our humble Sashtang pranams at the holy lotus feet of Pujya Gurudev. Thank you for everything. Today we will continue on the second gatekeeper, which is Vichar, spiritual inquiry, and it is day 5. In our last session, we had satsanga on the 5 types of inquiry. The first one is what is substantial. And then today, what is real? This is what we will talk about. Then the third one is what is the role of karma and upasana. Fourth one is what is Advaita. Fifth one is who am I. Today we will talk about what is real. So if you remember what is substantial, when we talk, the last paragraph is if you use intellect, you are clear about your life and what you want to accomplish. To the extent that you accomplish it, you enjoy inner peace. Thus, one aspect of Vichar is understanding that enlightenment is the only thing that is truly substantial, and going after it with patience and perseverance. That's what we should have. If we want enlightenment, if we do vichar on enlightenment, if we do inquiry on enlightenment, that is the most substantial in this very life. And if we want to follow that path, we got to have patience and perseverance. May we all develop those qualities of patience and perseverance. So what is real? The next aspect of vichar is inquiry into truth and falsehood. So many times in Hindi you will hear people say vichar karke batayega. That means I will evaluate on the pros and cons and then let you know. I will evaluate on the benefits and then we'll let you know. So these are some of the language that we normally use without realizing that what is vichar. So in terms of spirituality, we do inquire into truth and falsehood, real and unreal. What is real in this world and what is unreal? The world is a blend of both. Real is that which never changes. Unreal is constantly changing. Look within yourself and see that all waking state situations change. And you are able to shake off your waking state and enter into dream. Since you are able to shake off the waking world is unreal. It is not the abode of yourself. Similarly, you can shake off the dream world and move into sleep or back into waking. Dream, waking, and sleep are variables while you are an invariable, unchanging entity. So here you means the soul. Allow the intellect to grasp that the real I am is unchanging, unalterable, and not involved in the waking. If it were, you wouldn't exist when the waking world subsided into dream. But you do. In the same way, you exist when the dream world is set aside. You also exist when the sleep world is set aside. You exist with the body as well as without it. The body is variable. You exist with the senses and mind as well as without them. So, the senses, mind, and intellect are all variable. What is variable is not real. That understanding is the goal of the second aspect of inquiry. So, whatever is changing, we have talked about it many times. Whatever you see that is, or come to know that it is transient or it changes, understand that whatever changes is not real because it changes. It is not there today, tomorrow it's there, and another day it's not there. It keeps changing. Or it changes its color, its shape, its many things. In many ways it changes. The third aspect, the question is, what is the role of karma and upasana? Have you heard of the word upasana? So the third aspect of inquiry is to understand the role of karma and upasana. Karma is the action you perform. When we say karma kand, in the Vedas, there are many portions that's talking about karma kand versus bhakti and upasana. So karma is the action you perform and upasana is meditation and devotion. So they are tied together, the devotion aspect and the meditation. Without devotion, how can you have meditation? So strictly, karmas relate to rituals. So that's what rituals are, the karma kanda. So strictly, karmas relate to rituals prescribed in the Vedas, while upasana relates to meditation on the divine self and the devotion that you have. Some people consider karma the ultimate. In other words, they are always thinking of what they should do in order to attain the highest. However, it is not the question of what you should do, but what you must understand. Understanding reveals your inner nature. Not quantitatively, but qualitatively. So, your understanding, whatever understanding you gain, reveals your inner nature in a qualitative way. So, if you perform action to purify your heart without giving value or importance to your ego, karma is in harmony with your spiritual enlightenment and is called karma yoga. Yoga means you are united with your spiritual self, with your Atman also, your soul. So, if you do just karma, then you are not united. If you have karma yoga, yoga means yuj, judana, uniting with who? Uniting with God, uniting with your soul. So, if you do that, then it is karma yoga. Meditation is similar. You can meditate on God all the while hoping that as a result of your doing so, He will help you in the lottery. So, if your intention is to have a result that you want, some gaining aspect of these worldly things, then on the other hand, you can meditate to allow your ego to melt in the ocean of the self, thus keeping a higher goal underlying your meditation. So a higher goal is melting into your own self. That's divinity. So the role of karma or action is to free you from mala or gross impurities like anger, hate, and greed. If you do that karma action to free your mala or your impurities, then you are doing good. If your energies are properly utilized by the right activity, if you have the proper attitude in your action, you become free of anger and hate. You find that you are in control of your mind. However, if you do not have that art and insight, you are being driven by anger, hate, and greed. When these dominate your mind, the light of intellect becomes dim. That is why a person under the domination of mala or gross impurities cannot make good decisions, cannot have reasons, cannot make out reasons. You cannot reason with a person with a bad temper. You cannot say, let's sit down and talk about it, because that person has a higher sickness of getting bad temper or getting very angry. So a great amount of time is wasted when you are dominated by mala. When your mind is involved in excessive hatred, uncontrolled temper, and abnormal fear and insecurities, your God-given faculty, the intellect, becomes paralyzed to guide you. It just is unable to guide you. When you are able to control mala through good karmas, then in the right way, your personality comes within the guidance of your intellect. So, when you are able to control the gross impurities through good karmas done in the right way, your personality comes within the guidance of your intellect. So that is why the sages and saints, they prescribe karma yoga. So very slowly, you'll climb the steps to higher level in spirituality. So karma yoga, not only karma yoga. perform action, do your duties, help others with the union of your soul with Supreme Soul, your consciousness with Supreme Consciousness. Only then the benefit is there. So another obstacle to overcome in spiritual movement is vikshepa, or distraction of the mind. The scriptures have designed upasana, meditation, to overcome vikshepa, the disturbance of or distractions of mind. So meditation helps to control the mind, bring the mind down to peaceful condition. The goal of meditation is to still the mind so you can attain enlightenment. If you have a monkey mind, the mind that keeps jumping here and there with millions of thoughts in a minute, then it's very hard and you are very far away from enlightenment. So there is a great deal of confusion about meditation. The purpose of meditation is not to gain psychic powers, fly or become invisible so you can spy on your friends. People think, let's meditate and we'll get all these powers, psychic powers, and we'll have these siddhis. It's not for that purpose. So the ultimate goal of meditation is to free the intellect of obstacles. So bring your mind to calm, serene equanimity, and that will help you overcome all these anger, frustrations, depression. And it will free the intellect of obstacles. If you're, how many times most of you, many of us, get into this position where your mind ends up being the ruler, even though it may be wrong. You just say, oh, let me sleep. It's okay not to do my chores. So different types, your mind, different ways your mind distracts you. So when that happens, the third aspect of Vichar dawns. When Mala and Vikshepa are destroyed, Mala means the gross impurities, and the mind distractions is Vikshepa, are destroyed, the intellect becomes reflective. So you can do better meditation because there's no more disturbance. So leading to the next aspect of Vichar, and then the next aspect is understanding Advait and Dvait. Dvait and Advait. So better understanding of that. So the next topic is, what is Advait? Dvait is duality, Advait is non-duality. So we will move on to day 6 in our next session, and then we will talk about or have satsanga on Advait and learn what is Dvait and what is Advait. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Divine love, light, bliss, peace, healing, bliss, equanimity, prosperity. May you all be blessed with all these qualities and also be able to maintain a clear mind, controlled mind. The distractions of mind, may it go away, O Lord. And may we all do Karma Yoga and Upasana, meditation, devotion to God. Hari Om Tat Sat. Divine blessings to each one of you and your near and dear ones. This is Swami Lalita Priyananda from Sacramento, California. Hari Om Tat Sat.